How many of you have ever been invited to the after party? How many of you have ever been or not invited to the after party? Well, this morning, that's what we're talking about on this morning. As you know, Sunday is Pentecost Sunday. Sunday is Pentecost Sunday, and this Sunday is the celebration of the birth of the church. It is also when Holy Spirit comes down to be the paraclete, the comforter, the power, the ability to cause us to live in the way that Christ wants us to live. It says when he comes, he will teach us. He will bring things back to our remembrance. Well, that's what Pentecost Sunday is about, that and more. This morning, I want to just break into that and speak into that with respect to the after party, because so much emphasis is on one aspect of Pentecost and not the other. That's what we're talking about on this morning. It's good to see everybody on this morning. I want to wait till we get our audience built up, and then we're going to move into it. Happy Friday. That's right. It's Friday. It's Friday. And of course, I got a word for you on this morning. I'm just going to give you a snippet because I got to make sure I don't give you everything. I can't give you everything of what we're going to be sharing on this coming Sunday, and already know that. Now, remember, if you are a life changer or you're going to be at attendance at New Life, then we want to just invite you to wear white. Why white? Because it is the color of the birth. It is the celebration. It is that we akin or attach ourselves to. Now, you said, Bishop, I don't have. That's fine. That's fine. Don't use that as an excuse not to come to church. Now, okay, all right. You come anyhow because I got a word for you. You already know that. So let's greet some folk this morning, and remember, this morning it's all about the after party. The after party. You got it? Good morning, Erica. How are you on this morning? You ever been invited to the after party or not been invited to the after party? It's finally Friday. You're right. Good morning, Gerald. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Michael. How are you on this morning? Frat, how are you? Sharice, how are you doing on this morning? Vaughn, how are you on this morning? Annette, how are you doing on this morning? It's good to meet your mom again and to see her and all of that. Diane, how are you? Ann, how are you? Deborah, how are you? Minister Yolanda, how are you? LaFawn, how are you? Elder Mobley is in the house. Brenda is here as well. Deborah Dorsey is here. KK is here. Good to see you all the way from South Carolina. That's right. That's right. Here we are. Netta, how are you? Netta Love is in the house as well. Elder Jan is here. Anna is here as well. Joel is here all the way from Mississippi. Now, this morning, the after party. How many of you were invited or not invited to the after party? You already know the sense, the vibe, and all of the things that supposed to be popping off at the after party. Well, that's what the sermon is about on this Sunday, because there's so much emphasis on Pentecost, the explosion. But what about the after party? What about the after party? That's what we're going to just give you a snippet. Can't give you everything today because you won't show up on Sunday. But Shonda, how are you on this morning? In the house. Great word on Mother's Day. Ella, how are you on this morning? Pastor Leo, how are you? Cynthia, how are you? Laura is here as well. JQ is in the house. How are you on this morning? Elder Jan is here. Francine is here as well. Is here as well. I want to ask the question as we gather our audience. The after party. Were you invited or were you overlooked? Well, that's what we're talking about on this morning. The after party, Pentecost, hashtag the after party here. Pamela, how are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, got you. Let me get a couple of more. Samari, how are you? Felicia is in the house as well. Just want to ask that question again. How many of you were, or maybe were not, invited to the after party? Well, Pentecost, there was an after party, and I want to get that word to you on this morning. So let's get right to it.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Here we go. Here's the text. Acts 2:47, the B portion. But the Lord added to their number daily, to the after party, those who were being saved. Let me give you the context of the text. The day of Pentecost was not just a spiritual explosion, the dynamite that blew up. No, it was the birth of the church. Thousands were saved. The Holy Spirit fell. Revival broke out in Jerusalem. But when we read Acts 2:41 through 47, it shows us what happened after the shouting, after the dancing, after the supernatural moment. It was the after party. So there was transformation there. So let me give you more of the context. The people did not just experience God emotionally, they built a new way of living spiritually. The real evidence of Pentecost was not just tongues of fire or changed lives, but it was a connected community, generosity, discipleship, and daily salvation. That's what we need to lean into this after party. Let me give you four things very quickly, what they are. I'm going to expand on them Sunday. Don't dare miss it. The product. Pentecost produced saved people who were committed to grow. It was a product. Pentecost was a process. In Acts 43:40 through 43 through 44 and 46, the early church learned that community is a process. They ate together, they prayed together, they stayed together, and they remained connected. There's a process, there's a product of souls saved. Watch this. There was prosperity. There was prosperity. Their prosperity was not just financial, it was communal. It was communal. What did it say? They brought all things that they had together and then they shared it amongst themselves. So there was prosperity, there was process, there was product. But more importantly, there was a purpose. I'm going to expand more on Sunday. Don't you dare miss it. Verse 47b. The purpose of Pentecost was evangelism and expanding the kingdom and growing the kingdom. That's the purpose. That's the purpose of the after party. And we've all been invited. So what do we do with this? If Pentecost only changes your Sunday and not your Monday, then you really miss the real after party. If Pentecost only changed your Sunday and not your Monday, then you miss the after party. This bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. I got more of this. I'm going to dig down deeper and share this word with you on this coming Sunday. Now, remember, you come whether you got white or not, because I got a word for you. It's Family Sunday. Don't you dare miss it. God bless you. Bye now.